First, I must thank Mr. Kumar Nadesan for all the nice things he said about me. No doubt influenced by the fact that I have given a moratorium for the newspaper industry. I must say you all have set up a record looking at last year and this year that two people from the same school and the same class has been the chief guest at these meetings. It gives me great pleasure to be here with you all on the 75th anniversary of India's independence. As I said earlier, the late Jawaharlal Nehru, Panditji's speech that day, Traced with Destiny, referred not only to India, but I think to all of Asia. Even before India became independent, in 1946, you called the first Asian Relations Conference. That paved the way for the Asian nations to get together and subsequently for the Asians and Africans to get together. Actually, India, in that sense, was ahead of the others. China came in only in 1949 and Japan in 1952. The three greats that constitute the main powers of Asia. We have also to remember the achievements of India. India was born out of a partition of states put together on a question of how long India would last. So India has lasted 75 years and therefore will last very much longer. There is no doubt of that. In this you must remember two individuals. One is the Deputy Prime Minister Vallabhbhai Patel, who did the work of bringing some of the states together, especially the more difficult one. And most of all, Panditji, who established India, the concept of India and the Indian identity. So that itself is a tribute and the achievement of India. India and Sri Lanka have many things in common. That is symbolized by your flag carrying the Asoka Chakra. Because under Emperor Asoka, the great emperor, Buddhism came to Sri Lanka. The Mauryan rule came to Sri Lanka. Even after the Mauryan system collapsed with the succeeding Guptas, the Mauryan system of rule came, and our government stayed in Sri Lanka well into the latter part of our dry zone kingdom, the Rajarata kingdom. So for our institutes of government, the planning of our cities come from this system. We also had Buddhism, which was done by Emperor Asoka. And then the Indian flag today symbolizes the origin of how Sri Lankan society was built. The two languages we have, Sinhala and Tamil, originated from Sanskrit and Pali. To be exact, Magadhi, which was preached by the Buddha as he went down the Ganges plains. This is just the beginning. So many other systems of customs have come along here from India, from North India, and more so in the last 1,000 or more years from South India. You could see a commonality in the customs that have come from Tamil Nadu and the customs that have come from Kerala. Many of you Sinhalese here are great believers in Rahu Kale. That is what you have got from Kerala. No one gave it to you here. We worship the goddess Pattini, another import from Kerala. So we have here a large number of people, not merely the Buddhists, not merely the Hindus, but even a sizable section of the Muslims who converted to Muslim on a Quran which was translated to Tamil from South India. So that shows the influence that India as a continent has had on Sri Lanka. So we have now got independence 6 months after each other, and we ventured out on a journey. So there are so many common cultural heritages that we have. Religion, culture, as you saw the dancers here, that's one part. If you look at red and white that the Canadians wear, that again is from Kerala, the color schemes that come there. So this is the commonality. We have our differences, but we built on this. And democracy is one thing that's common to us in the modern age. We built up. And we must thank the British Empire for giving us cricket, which again has brought all of us together. And to India with Bollywood. These are the new binding, these are the new factors which bind us together. So that's why I always say, this is not merely one of a bilateral relationship. It goes beyond that. Take your national anthem, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Take our national anthem, written by a student of Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was about the greatest Indian or Southeast Asian, which we could mention in the first half of the 20th century. He belonged to all of us. I remember my mother describing the occasion that Rabindranath Tagore came to Sri Lanka. He stayed with my great-grandmother, and my mother, amongst others, had the opportunity of speaking with Rabindranath Tagore. And that's the description that's worth thinking of. So we've been influenced by many of those who came from India, and we have now become one part of the continent joined together. The irony is that some of those in South India